everyone. Today we are going to talk about a super important topic that often gets overlooked: cybercrime.
Yep, a lot of people are still unaware of the dangers, even though almost all our activities are now connected to the internet.
Exactly. So, what exactly is cybercrime?
Cybercrime is a criminal act carried out through or against computers and networks, basically digital crime.
There are many types. Let me list a few: phishing, hacking, malware, Trojan, ransomware, identity theft.
Wow, that's quite a lot. Let's go through them briefly.
Okay, phishing is an online scam technique aimed at stealing users' important information like usernames, passwords, or credit card info. Usually, the attacker impersonates a legitimate entity like a bank or shopping site and sends very convincing emails or messages.
Yeah, many people fall for it because the fake tag looks so real. Sometimes just clicking the link leads you to a fake site where any information you enter is sent straight to the criminal. Always check the URL and don't just click randomly.
Right. And sometimes phishing also happens on social media, like fake giveaways or message from hacked accounts pretending to need help. It's really sneaky.
Next, hacking. This involves gaining unauthorized access to someone's system. Targets can include personal accounts, company systems, or even government institutions. The danger is that data can be stolen, altered, or destroyed.
And not just that, hackers can also install backdoors, secret access points, so they can return to the system whenever they want. That's why it's so important to have strong password, enable two-factor authentication, and keep your software updated.
Now, malware stands for malicious software. It comes in various forms: virus, worms, spyware, and of course, trojans.
Malware can spread through emails, download files, or harmful websites. One is that it can steal data, slow down system, or even remotely control our device. Super dangerous.
Ransomware is truly brutal. It encrypts all data on the victim's device and demands ransom to unlock it. Worse, even after paying, victims might not get their data back.
I once downloaded a free editing software that turned out to be malware. My laptop got super slow and kept opening random IDEs. I had to reset the whole thing.
Many big companies have fallen victim to ransomware, losing billions. That's why it's essential to regularly back up your data, avoid suspicious email, and don't click random links.
Identity theft happens when our personal data, like social security numbers, card numbers, or social media accounts, are stolen and used for fraud.
For example, criminals could pretend to be us to borrow money from our parents' to mess up or create fake accounts for illegal transactions. If our data leaks, the consequence can be long-term and damaging to our reputation.
Once installed, it opens the door for malicious activities from within.
The name Trojan comes from the Trojan horse in Greek mythology. It looked like a gift, but it was a trap. Similarly, Trojans look harmless but secretly give hackers full access to our system.
And a lot of free game mods or cheating tools are actually Trojans in disguise. It's not worth the risk.
And today, we'll dig deeper into Trojans. Trojan is like the Trojan horse from ancient Greece. It appears beneficial, but inside is harmful. It often comes as pirated apps, fake email attachment, or phishing link.
Examples include pirate apps or file name download free version certificate that actually contain Trojans.
Once open, Trojans can 1. Steal personal data, 2. Give hackers remote access, 3. Download other malware, 4. Control your computer.
Super dangerous, but why do so many people still fall for it?
Because the methods are getting more sophisticated, Trojans can be spread through WhatsApp, fake website, even ads on pirated sites.
And sometimes they are even disguised as software updates. Always double check the source before downloading anything.
I once read about the emoted Trojan. It started as simple spam emails but ended up stealing banking data and infecting other computers in the network.
There's also the Zeus Trojan. It's famous for stealing thousands of banking login details, causing losses of millions of dollars.
And don't forget SpyEye. It was used to monitor users, keystrokes, and steal passwords silently. Really scary stuff.
Wow, that's terrifying.
Don't worry, there are ways to prevent it. Here are some tips. Don't randomly click links or downloads. Avoid pirated software. Install and regularly update antivirus software. Use strong passwords and enable two-factor authentication. Don't open email attachment from unknown senders.
And most importantly, educate yourself and those around you.
Right. Digital threats don't discriminate by age or profession.
If we stay aware and cautious, the digital world can still be a safe place.
Let's make cybersecurity a daily habit, just like locking your doors at night.
After all this talk about Trojans, do you guys agree with the solutions we discussed?
Absolutely. I also think digital education should start early. Kids nowadays already have smartphones in elementary school.
Government and digital platforms have responsibilities too, like developing suspicious activity detectors and user safety reminders.
Yeah, but in my opinion, self-awareness is still key. No matter how good the system is, if we keep clicking random links, we are still vulnerable. Digital literacy is essential.
I think we also need more awareness campaign on social media. That's where most people spend their time and where many threats spread to.
Awesome points, everyone. Bottom line, we all have a role to play, from ourselves to families, schools, and even nationally.
Cybercrime is real and can be fogged out, but together we can make it safer.
Let's be a generation that's smart, wise, and safe in the digital world.
Because the digital world belongs to all of us, let's not give cybercriminal any chance.
Be alert, be safe, because in the digital world, one wrong click is all it takes.